Hey folks, GHondo here, and welcome back to Auction Not Included. This is episode 70. In the last episode, I set up a bit of a timer on these rad bolt generators here, so later when I actually plug them in, they'll only be mostly powered by the solar panels, and therefore not completely and utterly destroy our existing power grid, hopefully. And I also started this really weird, snaky, spaghetti tube. So basically, our ranchers, Devon and Nesbit, can get from the middle of the base all the way down to right near the ranch. I probably could have put it a smidgen closer, but this will be totally fine. And that will be just a much shorter trip for them, which will be very nice. And I got thinking after the fact, yeah, I think they have to have 2 squares to jump out, so I don't know for sure about that. I have not actually extensively tested it, but I think they need 2 squares to pop out, so that extra square there would not have gone well anyway. Right, so that's where we are. Let's get rolling. They still, of course, have monumental amounts of work to do. We're still trying to clean out this danger passage here. And I'm not intending to power these on until that is clear. How are we doing in terms of the rocket? Looks like your sucrose is refilled. Your fertilizer is not. We have fertilizer though, right? Oh yeah, we've got lots. It just hasn't made its way over here yet. That's fine. In terms of the inside, apparently we have a Morb. Where did you come from? Apparently you... I mean, I get why why you want to be here, but where did you come from? Do I want a Morb? What do they actually do? Do they do anything? Scavenger, yeah. So basically you just eat junk and then spit out polluted oxygen. Okay. I assume there's a lot of germs involved, but you know what? Congratulations, you can live there. That's fine. Bubbles can have a friend. Probably not your preferred friend, but I'm curious how it even got here, because it doesn't appear that it knows how to get on and off the rocket. So how did it even get on board in the first place? Apparently this gristleberry is already rotten, so that's not ideal, but anyway. Fascinating. So maybe this ration box should actually be a fridge then, because we are, I mean, we're using power, but I just don't know if it's going to be enough. 60 watts. I think that's all the solar panels on here generate, isn't it? Yeah, they only generate 60 watts, so we wouldn't even really be able to power the fridge and the research machine at the same time. It also 60, unless I can squeeze another... Can I squeeze another solar panel on here? How big were they? Well, it looks like you would be willing to if I had more glass. Okay, well then maybe that's what we're going to do then. We're going to put this ration box away and put a fridge in here. And then put in, when I get the next printing pod, I'll get some glass and we'll put another solar panel on here. Works for me. Having said that, why am I using heavy watt, which kills the decor when we have so little? Is there any real reason I should be using heavy watt here? It's only, you know, basically 120 watts, right? So why am I using hated heavy watt wire? I don't know. I don't see any reason this can't just be simple. In fact, this could actually just be basic wire. It doesn't even really need to be conductive. Like the basic, yeah, beginner level wire is fine. Although this has no decor penalty. Yeah, we'll just use conductive wire. That's totally fine. Huh, that's a lot better. Because we are trying to fix the decor up in here, at least, you know, a little bit. And actually, it's not that bad. These plants are doing an excellent job, so... Anyway, refrigerator. We were putting in gristle. We certainly don't need 1,000 kilograms of it. I think 50 will be plenty. In fact, that's probably still too much in all reality, but either way. Okay, let's go with that. Yeah, we'll get some more glass. We'll get another solar panel on here, and that'll be very helpful. Just tell me how much. In fact, we can actually probably put 2 on here. I'll have to do 2 printing pods worth of glass, but yeah, I might as well just put 2 on there. Next one is in 1 day. That's easy enough. Yeah, that totally works for me. Okay, what I'm going to do then, I'm going to pause the video and just let the clock run. I'm going to get glass out of the printing pod at least once, possibly twice, and basically just let them keep doing all the sweeping, all the building. So unless something happens, I'll be back in probably 4 cycles, give or take. Either way, I'll be back. Okay, and we're back. So a couple things. We're not 100% ready to be on yet, but there's a couple things I want to point out before I forget some of it. First and foremost, you may or may not notice, this is now a proper gas shutoff, not the valve I had on there before, which was the gas meter valve. That one was apparently waiting on a certain amount to pass through to decide whether it was on or off. So at no point was hydrogen ever getting in here, which in turn meant, you know, the Dracos were barely producing any plastic. Good times. End of day lag, thank you for that. Secondly, yes, I have got the second solar panel in there, no problem. Let's see, after waiting for them to grab all the stuff here, I got really bored and just did this. Trick behind that is, the moment that they cut through here to replace it with a tile, anything on here just drops. So most of this stuff, well, some of it was there before, but most of the stuff was the stuff that's here. I just couldn't bother waiting. Same idea over here. I just walled this off. They can get to that whenever. Now, the main thing I want to point out, my master plan here. You'll notice this is plugged in. They're powered. Or at least theoretically could be. These things generate approximately 1/4 of a rad bolt per day. Now, I don't mind it being slow. That's not the problem. The problem is when they're off, the rad bolts they have generated just vanish. So I cannot leave this off at any point. So, not ideal. So as much as I would absolutely love to have these only be powered when I have the solar panels available to help, it can't happen. So, unfortunately, that's not going to work. What I can do, though, because I am obviously going to still be a long time, I might get rid of a couple of them just to save some power. Actually, I won't get rid of them, but I'll disable a couple of them just to save on some power, and I will have to let them back in here to do that. But yeah, that's where we are. So I've just been gathering glass, that part was done, and I've been mostly just picking up plastics. Because obviously this is taking a ton, and we are completely out of plastic in here, so even if I wanted to, there'd be no point in sending bubbles back out. So, but anyway, and yeah, we've got a lot of rotting food because it's been sitting here so long. I mean, the refrigerator is on, but it's just, it takes, well, you can see, I don't remember what day it was when I switched, but my clock is here. You can see I've been at, it's a very long time. But anyway, that's fine. But anyway, we'll continue to drive forward here. We are just about to grab the next bit of plastic. And that will get us 10 more transit tubes, and we're still going to be, 40 short. This has sped up a little bit, having, more hydrogen, but it's still not very quick. So, but we're getting there. Gas is looking really good. The coal situation's not looking spectacular. I might have to actually grab either just some coal directly out of the printing pod or get some hatches going just because they can generate coal. I don't know. Because apparently hatches are not native to this meteor we're on, so good times. So yeah, so when this comes up, and I'll pause again, but I will either take plastic or coal or a hatch, whichever one of those three comes up first. But either way, I will be back with whatever the game decides I need most. Okay, we're back. I have coal here. I actually had a hatchling. I was clicking too fast and missed it. And then by the time I kept clicking, this was the first one that came up. So we're just going to grab some coal. Technically, the game's told me I needed a hatchling more, but I missed it, so that's on me. Either way, those extra 3 tons of coal will help. Because we are chewing through it awfully, awfully fast. Anyway, did you... Yes, you have disabled them. So we can go back to locking you out. Because I do not want you up in here. Now, the one upside, though, of clearing all this stuff out, we got an absolute ton of ice. 138 tons of it, to be precise. It's going to take a long time to melt, but that will definitely help. And, oh, the other thing I did is I made a slight change to this. It's not enough to really matter too much, but I shut it off for a while, ripped out all the pipes, and replaced them with radiants. So, now liquid comes in, call it 15 degrees, and it's going out more like 18, so we're getting a little bit more heat transfer here, which is good because with this thing erupting, it's getting a ton of cold right back. So anyway, it's a uphill battle, but we're fighting it. So yeah, I think that catches you up from everything I did in that, I don't know, how long was it? About an hour that I was paused. Good times. Oh, there was one other little tiny thing. I noticed we were massively overpressuring in here, so I disabled the algae and made just basically a little air vent, just so we can offload some of this air. That was before I noticed this problem, and because I was just thinking, well, we have hydrogen in here, but it's like squished to the very top, and that's why I noticed the high pressure. So, but this is still overpressured, but it's a lot better. It was in the 10 to 15 kilogram range, whereas now it's basically, well, it's flickering badly, but it's around 2 kilograms or so, which is much, much better. But yeah, this looks a whole lot nicer, to a point where this has actually gone green for the first time in, well, ever. Because it never would have with this. That is still, of course, not enough here, but still. Anyway. But the electrolyzers are going, right? Yeah, you're definitely trying anyway. Yeah, you're pushing through as much as you can, which is not much, but anyway. Okay, well, the air pressure here is about 2 kilograms, and in here it's, oh, it's even less in here. Okay, so I was going to say, I could try to equalize these with some air flows down here, but I think it would actually make it worse. Okay. I suppose I could kick the other electrolyzer on for a while, but I don't think it would really help. It's more a case of just too much throughput on that one line. We need better pipes, like Captain of Industry has. Pipe 2, Pipe 3s. A massive, massive flow. Anyway. Okay. So we are still 48 tube pieces away before we can actually start keeping some plastic. I suppose the other option is I could cancel all these, get some plastic on the rocket, at least get her out and working. And I might end up doing that, because this is taking a very, very, very long time. Having said that, I know they did the solar panel. Did they ever... No, they still haven't even refilled the oxidizer. What are you guys doing? I canceled all of your sweep orders. I'm pretty sure I got... Oh, no, I didn't catch all of them. Still a couple there. Although those ones are walled off anyway, so it would have been tricky to get to. But as far as I knew, I had canceled all the sweep orders. So what are you guys doing all day? That I don't know. I know you're very busy. Food is fine. What are you doing on our research? Okay, so you were done everything except some more rad bolt research, which just is very slow, and then of course the data disks. Okay. Okay, so we need, yeah, about 86 of them. Okay. Okay, but what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna cancel the tube for a bit. So that when we get plastic, it just goes straight to the rocket. And let's at least get her out there. Even if she doesn't have the full oxidizer, this thing should still be allowed to go... Yeah, I was going to say, it should still be allowed to go out and back, because that's only a total of 2 tiles. I don't know why they aren't bringing... Because we certainly have fertilizer, they just aren't getting to it. Really don't know what they think they're doing. Well, you lot are popping on here to do stuff. Maybe we're sweeping some of these old foods, maybe? Possibly. Don't know. Either way. Either way. Well, we are completely tapped out of polluted water. Wow. So what precisely is it you believe you are sieving right now? Right, so you're off for a bit. That will save a teensy bit of power. But more importantly, that'll let that restock a bit. I suppose I could kick this on for a while, just to make sure we're not running out of water. Yeah, because not much is happening here otherwise. Okay, fair enough. But you can see, just in the time since I've come back, we've already burned through a full ton of coal. So we're definitely burning through it very, very quickly. Which is not ideal. It's 75-degree water. Ridiculous. Well, if nothing else, I guess that will help melt this ice that much faster. So I guess it can't be all bad. So where is the muck root going if it's not being kept there? Oh, we actually just don't have any. Oh, okay. Or not muckwood, mealwood, I guess, right? Okay, yeah, it is getting here, okay. Barely. So that fridge looks awfully empty. I guess we're putting too much in here still. That's seriously. So 50 kilograms is... Oh yeah, that's still way too much in it. Alright, 20 it is then. And we will kick that. And make it official. Okay, yeah, now the vast amount of water is coming back, so this will start filling up nicely. Okay. Just a few seconds. Then we'll get some plastic, and we can get bubbles out. Okay. Thank you, end of cycle lag. Right, I'll be back with plastic. Right, there we go. So now we at least have a little bit of plastic. That should pretty swiftly get picked up and hauled up. Apparently get hauled into this bin first, but it should from there very swiftly make its way to the rocket. Okay, yes, you have stored a sane amount now. The rest of this stuff could just be hauled away, or maybe even it might rot, I don't know, but either way. Let's get that plastic over here, guys. Let's be very clear about it. There you go. Alright, so that's enough for 100 databanks? 104? Okay, that's plenty. Alright, so assuming that's good, air is good, food is good, yep, ready to go. Get Bubbles out here and get her on her way. You're on board, right? I didn't actually see it. Okay, yes you are. You got past me, I didn't see you. That's fine. Off you go. Okay. Right, so science can now start happening again. And we can go back to having this fun transit tube network built. Whoa, 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 no, 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 no. Try that again. But, you know, better this time. That's better. Oh yeah, and I cut a couple holes in here so they would actually be able to build these things. So otherwise this part was all inside a little wall of dirt. So I think from this ladder, or maybe from the pole, they should be able to build all that when the time comes. But yeah, I think I'm going to call things there for today because frankly this has been the longest recording session I've ever done and I'm very tired. So I'm going to call things there for today, so thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And if you did, please leave a like and a comment. And if you haven't already, please do subscribe. It really does help. Other than that, we'll catch you in the next one. Have a good one. See ya.